Hi guys. So this is one of a project that I've been doing. I don't know this will work or not. The reason being, I've been reading. I've read a lot of spiritual books, and one of that is definitely Gita and Bhagavad Gita, and really fascinated. And I thought that I could make an app out of it. Uh, I built it. I did a lot of research on it, but I do think now that uh, even if you create a good app for spirituality or Hinduism or anything in relation to religious context, it is very difficult to monetize it because uh, people would really not pay for something which they might get it out for free. So I tried a lot of iterations, and somewhere down the line, I found that it is much more difficult to monetize it. I have tried everything that I could, but I'm thinking of some ideas that you guys could uh, like potentially provide me, and we could do this better and more around how we can do it better. Coming on to the app, the inspiration that I took for the app was from an Instagram wherein a lot of people would love to talk to Krishna or would love to scroll down the Krishna's motivation quotes. Some of the quotes being from the Mahabharat's um war scenes, or someone wherein the Krishna is trying to motivate Arjuna, wherein he says that okay, fight, and you don't have to worry about the consequences. I am the one who orchestrated this, everything around it, and there's a lot of uh, psychological, spiritual content around it, wherein Krishna tries to tell you, okay, what you have to do in difficult times, good times, bad times, and everything. I think this really resonate with people nowadays. That um, uh, maybe people are going to a through a tough time, how they want to do something like that. The problem with that is that a lot of apps that they would currently have in the society or in the app store is more like you read Gita, you give an explanation around it, but it doesn't solve a purpose. Like a Gen Z going to an app will never read Gita quotes or the Gita's verses. So I think I found that Instagram Reels to be really fascinating, something that could be converted into something that people might read, actually gain something out of it, may or may not gain something out of it, but it would be fascinating to have something of that sort delivered to the person. So I started building this application, and okay, it's uh, I will start this application, and let's see. Okay, let me close this one, and let's close this one. By the way, I will also give you guys some update on what I have been doing recently. And okay, so okay, sorry. Okay, let me start the servers, which is the backend servers. that works to orchestrate this entire thing. And let's start this on the simulator. I think one of the major problems that I see is around the monetization. I cannot run huge models to run the application. Okay, so the application is something wherein it is more visual and more intriguing rather than just being a verse of Gita. So if you see here, is that something like you? I keep wanting reassurance about my child or my team, and I avoid asking whether I am seeing the situation clearly. I want to know whether what's the actually running my morning clarity, restness, or fog. Every option sounds promising. I am getting more scattered and not clearer. I think these are like simple life situation based scenarios wherein we want answer. The thing is, the app doesn't only have Gita as a main source of knowledge. It also has Ramayana, Mahabharat, Upanishads, and little more context around different spirituals that we have. The thing is that I segregated all these scriptures into different categories. Different categories means by chapters, and by chapters, I have grouped it on a different kind of concepts or the teachings that these all scriptures provide you. So, if we go in first, I will show you what these inner concepts are. Okay, let me change the resolution of the screen. Okay, I think this is better. Yeah. Okay, so what really this means is that uh, all the scriptures are the major foundation base of Hinduism of or the scriptures or the things that you see is based on core concepts like Shraddha or Karuna, Shama like which is like forgiveness, Ahimsa, non-injury, non-violence, Vinay, which is like humility. These are the virtues that you want to cultivate in yourself. To cultivate it, you have different practices that you do. Then you have Abhyasa Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is prescribed by Krishna in Gita. Uh, this is Dan, which is like you do give as Dan, and Dhan Yog, Jana Yog, Karam Yog, Om, Sadhanaye, Satsang, Tapas, turning inward. Uh, prat- okay, let's go inside this. So Pratyagim Darshan. Okay, turning inward. Okay, this is coming from Upanishad, which is KUA. I think this is Kathua Upanishad. The self-created God made the senses turn around. Hence, once looks outward, does not see what is within himself. Rare is the wise man who, longing for immortality, turns his eyes inward and sees the inner Atman. Okay, so it means that you always look outside, like something like the grass is always greener on the other side. You don't even see what you have already, and you always tend to look for other things. So, a good um practice, basically, a good thing. So, all this Janjana, Tyag, tapas. So all these are practices which comes from all the concepts that we have as part of Hinduism or spirituality. Then we have foundations, like the foundation base of how this entire scriptures are based, which is Adharm, Artha, Atman, Avatar, Avatar basically. the Vishnu ji taking an avatar, being self, being conscious, then Brahmand, Buddhi, Chit, Dharma. Dharma is one of the basic foundations of Bhagavad Gita. Then four states of the self, fail rates of, okay, fruit of action, karma phal, good foundations. Then we have different states of mind that a person could have, like bhakti, delusion, moh, different, and then fear of death, mrityu bhay, gunatit, then peace like shanti, samidhi. So all these are something that has been taken from either Ramayana or um, Bhagavad Gita or Mahabharat or Upanishads. Like these four has been the main pillars of how these has been came into being. There are various more scriptures like Rig Ved or Vedas, like four main scriptures, like the Rig Ved being the most ancient and most prevalent. The reason that is not is included in it because it is more of practiced based, uh, like it's more practice on how to achieve God or how to connect with God, like the kind of practices that you have to do. It is not really teaching based. However, if you read Ramayana, Mahabharat, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, these are real life situation based instances that people can really connect to. So there's a major difference on how these two things are correlated to each other. And shadows to see greed, mada, self calm, matsarya, anger. Then we have different mirrors. Like mirrors is basically tells you like where do you stand as a person. Whereas you are Arjun, whether you are Bhishma, there whether you are this Dhritarashtra who was a blind king, Draupadi was like fierce women, uh, Hanuman, a devotee of Ram, though being powerful but still very much grounded in his duties. And these are different mirrors that you can put yourself. Okay, why I'm telling you this is because when I was creating this app, I wanted people to understand their situations by resonating with the text and also the life situations that these epics try to portray to you. I do feel that all these epics n- are something that tells you what to do in a specific type of a scenario, in a specific type of a case. And all these, um, I would say, figures like Arjun, Bhishma, Yudhishthir are the figures that tell you what to do into specific cases. So everything is now telling the AI that you try to mirror the situation of the user to something that correlates with the text and also the live situations or the mirror points that actually resonate with the user. So, how do we resonate that? Uh, Supposedly, I write something that um, okay. Okay, let me change the keyboard, connect hardware. Okay. Uh, I am feeling really low as I had a bad fight with my girlfriend. Uh, she might break up with me, but I love her. Okay. Uh, so this is a typical, I would say, current scenario, like in the current space or in the current world. And second, so yeah, so now you see you got this of good fascinating visual slash um, text based, um, I would say some kind of a reel, Instagram reel, or some kind of an information based on your current scenario. So it reads like तुम्हारे यहाँ लो फील सिर्फ लड़ाई से नहीं उस मोह से है जो उसके साथ जुड़ गया है, जिससे ब्रेकअप का डर इतना गहरा लग रहा है. ओके, जो प्यार सच्चा है वो अटैच नहीं करता, वो आज़ाद रखता है. कुछ रुक जाओ अभी, मन को थोड़ा संयम दो, उससे बात करो बिना डर के, पर अपने अंदर से पहले खुद को संभालो. जो सच में तुम्हारा है वो छोड़ता नहीं है. So all the, and now the beauty is that it grounds their responses uh, actually in some of the scriptures that is actually there. Like uh, this coming from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 11. The blessed Lord said, "Thou hast grieved for those that should not be grieved for, yet thou speakest words of wisdom, the wise grieve neither for the living nor for the dead." Okay, so basically it says that you don't have to grieve a certain person, even though it may or may not be there. And I think it's a good lesson. And then it says again that the Bhagavad Gita chapter 262 verse, and when a man thinks of the objects, attachment for them arises. From attachment, desire is born. From desire, anger arises. Okay, this is a really good, like really good example that okay, you got an attachment to something and you still feel okay whether you will get it or not. I think this really tells you that okay, as in a Indian context, or in a, I would say, in a different kind of a context wherein we are trying to um, use scriptures, epics that we have, and make our responses based on that. And all these are something I try to make more visually appealing, because I know the fact that even I might not read the actual Bhagavad Gita, but I still want that these responses come out to be so psychologically good and so grounded that people feel that okay, uh, this really resonates with me. So uh, I think this has been my some of the things that I have been trying to do, and I have been building. Um, then, if I ask it further, like, okay, तो मैं क्या करूं उसको समझाने के लिए. So basically the conversation keeps on going. What you asked before, it says like, I'm feeling really low and I had a bad fight with my girlfriend, she might have a breakup with me. Now this conversation will keep on going because I'm writing in the same session. So तो मैं क्या करूँ उसको समझाने के लिए. Let's see what the response comes in. ओके, आई थिंक इट्स अ गुड विजुअल. तुम उसको समझाने के लिए कुछ मत करो अभी, पहले अपने अंदर का डर और मोह देखो जो उसके बिना जीना मुश्किल बना रहा है. गुड पॉइंट. जब मन शांत हो जाए तब जाओ, बिना फोर्स किए सिर्फ अपना सच बोल दो, और उसका जवाब का कोई भी, और उसके जवाब को भी सुन लो बिना अपने आप को अटैच किए. आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी गुड पॉइंट. जो सच्चा रिश्ता है वो समझ से नहीं, इस संयम से जुड़ता है. गुड. ओके, ये लड़ाई और डर दोनों को छोड़ने से ही दूर होगा. आई थिंक इट्स रियली गुड. आई आई थिंक आई थिंक इट्स वन ऑफ द बेस्ट um, answers that I have received. To be honest, when I started with this, it was really really difficult for me to build this, and I've been really trying to put this into perspective around how I can make it really really good. Being a though being a divine app, how I can make it really good visually and um, not even visually, like the responses has to be something that merely makes an impact on the other person. I think that I have achieved in a certain way. And again, the scriptures like non-attachment, non-identification of the self with son, wife, home, and the rest, and constant even-mindedness or the attainment of the desirable and the undesirable. Okay, makes sense. Again, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, 15, he by whom the world is not agitated and who cannot be agitated by the world, who is free from the joy and anger, he is dear to me. Okay, so basically, it says that you should not be agitated or moved by your anger, fear, and more like self control. Now, I think these Bhagavad Gita verses is something people may or may not read, but my proposition has been that okay, we provide these as the base so that people know that okay, uh, people know that okay, this is how this response have gone here. I think this I have somehow achieved, which is grounding the responses through a philosophical and spiritual lens, grounded in epic history. But the problem is that I still feel that the people might not pay for it. Uh, uh, the reason being that spiritual content might be not easy to monetize. Um, like I don't know if anyone would pay for this. These are good, mm, but are we really looking at something like people paying? Now, to do that, I the concepts that I showed you in the first part. Now, when we come here and let's say, uh, okay, let's just reload this once. I think okay. Um, so what is happening is that I have tried to map the key concepts that we see here uh, to a spiritual map of what you are or you might be experiencing when you talk to the system. So it auto identify whether you are having growth, you have dharma problem, whether you have different kind of a concept problem like truthfulness, buddhi, anger, fruit of action. It always tell you how much you are inclined to a certain degree. And they're like these are the teachings that you have to somehow reflect back upon you, like emotional conflict and misunderstanding amongst the loved ones, negotiating devotion and duty in relationships, uh, and these are the recent asks that you have done with the bot. uh, and then we have the verses also. I think that was a more Bhagavad Gita related questions. Let's say I would say, क्या राम uh, अपने पिता को मना नहीं कर सकते थे फॉरेस्ट में जाने के लिए अगर उनके साथ अन्याय, ओके, उनके साथ अन्याय हो रहा था. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's try this one. I think this is more around Valmiki Ramayana. So I am thinking of that our answers will be more structurally around Ramayana and Bhagavad Gita and other things. Yeah. So तुम ये सोच रहे हो कि अगर पिताजी के साथ अन्याय हो रहा था तो राम उन्हें मना क्यों नहीं कर पाए, फॉरेस्ट जाने से रोक देते। पर रामायण में राम ने जाना था कि पितृ से बड़ा कोई धर्म नहीं। ओके, आई नीड टू पितृवाक्य, ओके, से कोई धर्म नहीं। Okay, by the way, do you see that when we have dharam as one of the basic core concept, it shows you that okay, this is a major concept around Hinduism, like doing what's right even when it's hard to or inconvenient because it feels deeply necessary. I think that's what it's trying to say, that the Ram has to do it because it was dharam at the time. एंड दशरथ के वचन उनके लिए सत्य थे, चाहे उसके पीछे केकई का स्वार्थ क्यों ना हो। गुड पॉइंट। रामा ने मना करने की इच्छा को भी अपने मन से नहीं पालने दिया, क्योंकि उससे उनका अपना धर्म टूट जाता। ओके, जो अन्याय दिखता है उसके ऊपर उठकर उन्होंने सत्य को निभाया। तुम भी जब किसी वचन या कर्तव्य में अन्याय महसूस करो तभी सोचना, क्या उस वचन को निभाना ही तुम्हारा असली धर्म है। ओके, गुड पॉइंट। So it's basically coming from Valmiki Ramayana 2.8, 2.18 to 122, and like pressure to break in exile or promises. So grieving, fall advisories, and so basically this is in VR, like Valmiki Ramayana 6, chapter 6, verse 112. I think this is subsection of the verse, which is 1. So this is coming from this specific um, um, Valmiki Ramayan's main text. I think these kind of things I can really remove. I think that is not really required. I think these things I will put it on here again. But I think the concept is the same, that you try to map basic core concepts of Hinduism and the psychology around it, and try to frame this entire thing into something which is like more around people's actual situations rather than giving vague answers. So I would love to know your response or feedback on this, because I am not sure how this will really look like. In second. Okay, why I have this opened? Okay, so this has been the core of what I've been working with. I am a little not sure whether this. So, okay, one more thing that I did is, I think, yeah, take one breath before you tap. There is no wrong answer. What lands now, it's basically the verse. And one thing to remember from this, that if you want to um, keep this as one of the promising things that you did, or the one of the promising thing that you see from this entire thing, and it reminds you back tomorrow that this is something that you want to do. And it also gives you this option where it tells you whether this answer has really solved your inner discrepancy or inner doubts. Very difficult to say whether it has actually solved it or not. Uh, but somehow, maybe. Uh, Now, coming back to, and if I play the devil's game, um, my contention is, why would anyone pay for it? Like, even if you have great visuals and create this entire thing, I am still not sure why would anyone pay for it. So I am really doubtful, I would say, or I'm really like not sure how to monetize it. See, I don't want to monetize it. The problem is that like this chat thing takes a lot of your tokens, and the cost of running a single thing is really high. So even if I want to give it for free, I might not able to give it for free, because the cost of running is like properly really high. I have tried to make this as informative as possible. My second guess was also that, okay, let's provide the entire thing as I would say as like a dictionary, or like a um, something that you can um like you can use for learning Gita, Ramayana, or Mahabharat. But then I felt that if I do it, I there will be no difference between the already that apps that are already there in the market and my app. So I took this approach. Okay, let's think from a different perspective and build a really personalized system around it. Even I have though been successful to do it, but I still feel that I am not sure how to really make this something that really would help people in a certain way. Um, there is also a possibility that you do something like Astro Talk would do, that you get people on board and then you tell people, okay, this is what you can do, and this um like tell people like, okay, this is the best way to do it. um Again, I am not keen on doing it, because then it goes into very subjective thing. I will fail the purpose. So I, even though I have done this and a lot of other parts of it, but I am not able to find out the right. Uh, Even I am not sure even this is like a good product for the market, and even Gen Zs will use it. So that has been my dilemma for quite some time around this application. And even though I've done my best, uh, you can never be sure that this application will really work. And what's the target market is like, um, the so if I look at this, these are really good for Instagram content. I can put it. The point is like, if there is actually a demand for it. Now, one thing I saw that, if we say whether we have the demand or not, okay, let's just you, and let's say if we say that Google Trends, let's go to Google Trends. Let's say Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Okay, let's say just Gita. And let's put this in the last 3 months. It has been continuously been fine here, but I think the last May 14, it has gone really high again. So this is just for Gita alone. Let's take 5 years. Okay, in the 5 years, this has gone. Okay, this has been really up in December 2023, and now it has gone down. So it has been at 54. Like it has really gone down. And let's say if we take worldwide, yeah, the same trend seems to be there. Let's say 204. Okay, this was highest in those Thara. What was in 2018? I don't see anything as such. Okay, so but this trend really shows that it goes up and a little more goes up and it's saturated at a certain point. If I say, let's see, okay, let's put Bhagavad Gita here. Let's be more precise. Okay, so this Bhagavad Gita has really gone up in the last, yeah. So if you see here, this thing has really gone up in the last 3 months. The past year. Okay, then the last past year it was highest at. Okay, it always goes up in November, December. I think November, December, what is really happening? Like it's Diwali time, maybe. Yeah, and it really then goes down around the same time. So it is has. So the Gita for Gen Zs had a breakout. Gita Jayanti, the Bhagavad Gita chapter 15, Bhagavad Gita Day, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So I think these have been increasing as a trend compared to what we see here. Yeah. So I think there could be or there could not be a demand for this. Really, really difficult to say about this. I think even I might not even get to know anytime about this. Anyhow, uh, I would love to know whether you guys think this will really work or not. And the second point being, if anyone wants to use this application, just let me know. I will send you a link or something that you guys can actually try to use, and then you can send me the feedback if you think that okay, this is a good application or that this is not a good application, and whether it's really solve a problem. I am not sure it really solves a problem, because um, these are more subjective and psychological based things. You cannot be totally sure that this kind of a thing really solves a problem for the people or not. So um, I don't know. Like this has been my dilemma for now, and um, yeah, guys. So this has been what I have been doing for quite some time, and yeah. So let me know what do you think about this application. If anyone wants to use this, I will definitely send you across this application's test flight link or something of that sort, and. Yeah, so thanks, man. Like, I think I will more um, try to be active now on YouTube. I have been busy with my work. Uh, for tomorrow, I will show you some different applications that I've been working on, which is like Dhara app, and some of the apps that I have been able to put it out on the App Store. Fortunately, I got approval for emotionally now. I think this has been one of the most promising and difficult applications that I have built over quite a year, more than an year actually. I am a little more bullish about this application. I will talk about this. I will talk about this application tomorrow more. And if you have, I would love you guys if you guys can use or try this application. This is also on the App Store currently. Just waiting for a new version. Otherwise, we have this ready to distribution okay application that is there on the App Store. So this one, and then we have an application like Dhara that most likely will I will be submitting by today or tomorrow to the App Store for approval. This is like the agreements on the go, and you really, if you want to execute agreements really fast from your mobile application, and wherein the AI helps you draft it, not even draft it, like make structurally good, legally compliant agreements. This is the app that you should try definitely. So this has been I have worked out all the um, screenshots and everything. I'm just finalizing and doing the final test around it before I put it into the system around, put it into the App Store for approval. Most likely this will be done by next week. And yeah guys, so this I will give you a more opinion, or sorry, no, maybe not an opinion, but more context around it by tomorrow. But this love to know about your feedback on this specific one. The reason being, I'm not sure this will work or not, or how to monetize it. The reason being, the cost of using the models is very high. So if you have any feedback or any kind of I would say a strategy that can be used to make this a good maybe a good more application, or cover more uh, things around it, I would love to know about that. Cool. I have nothing else, but just um let me know tomorrow if you guys feel that okay, there's something that can be done here. Cool. Thank you guys. Bye.